What's up, y'all? Welcome to AutoCast 904. We are your hosts, Mike and Jay, and we got a special guest with us today, Chris. If you guys don't know who Chris is the Jefe, the Capitan, the leader of a local club, Burning Night. So today we're just going to be chopping it up with him and see what he has to say and shed his views on a couple things about the car scene and the community and maybe some other clubs. Yeah, so Chris, you want to tell everybody who you are?
Yeah, sure. My name's Chris, as you said already. Came in the scene probably around 2010. Used to be OG at KI a long time ago. Rest in
Yeah,
peace, Zoe.
Mizo.
I learned everything from him. Definitely was a great friend, mentor, and I've been in multiple teams, ran a couple teams, and now we're in this new team that's like a month or two old now. So we just keep it moving.
So you say you ran a couple teams before that though.
Yeah, I did. I did.
So like, what is so what's the version of like run though? Like what would you say like your duties were?
It's usually more administrative oversight.
Yeah.
Damage control, business relations, more of just things just to keep on top down as in a hierarchy, just to keep things smooth.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So my whole thing is keep the peace within the team because everyone has opinions, everyone has issues and stuff.
Right.
It's good to be the glue of the team. Try to be the glue of the team.
Right.
So that's what I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediate. Oh yeah, definitely had to do a lot of that.
So you said you were in KI
I
before?
used to be in KI. I was legit back in like 2010, 2011
Yeah.
or so. And my first car was a 8th Gen Civic Si. Burned that clutch. Learned my lesson on that one. And I tried to be part of the team when KI was at the top of its game. Back in those time frame, the team was massive. If you don't know KI, OG KI used to be the team that everyone has been a part of at one point in time of life, as it's from today.
Right. Jay was part of KI too.
He was part of KI. I
Was
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came in
Yeah.
some years later
Yeah.
though.
Would you say my bad, not to cut you off.
Hmm.
But would you say like if KI was still a thing, would Burning Night even exist? Like original KI. If it was still a thing,
No,
do you think Burning Night
no,
was
I would have stuck with it
yeah.
because I mean, Zoe was a really good friend of mine.
Just
He was a ride or die. It was just a bunch of us people. Just a lot of the, I would say, a lot of the recipe of what I've learned and of experience came from KI and how to handle things. So I applied it to previously other teams that are not even public anymore,
Mm-hmm.
even Risen, because I did help lead that team, and now Burning Night at this point.
Okay. Yeah. So would you consider yourself like a strong asset to let's
The
just say you
community.
didn't have Burning Night. Let's say you're a free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're open to any club, and someone was like, "Hey, Chris, you want to join?" Would you like say, "Yeah, well, if I join, man, I'm a pretty big deal, because I can do X, Y, Z. I can do it all, handle almost anything."
Yeah, I could say I could say that I can pretty much hold my own
Yeah.
within the scene and whatnot. Depends how I'm feeling though at that
Right.
time. You know how everyone's parts of their life and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like I have a lot to offer.
Okay. Cool, man. Yeah. So you know, let's just move on the list here. So Burning Night, you guys had one meet already
Yep,
at Steak and Shake, which
correct.
was a huge success.
Yes,
We
boss.
talked about it on episode one.
Hmm.
Um,
Great meet by the
Big
way.
shout out to you guys for that.
Thank you for the story. Next time, be more critical though, cause I'm all about
Hey,
criticism.
listen, man, we tried looking for critics,
I,
There
for
wasn't much we could
man,
criticize.
that was a bro. That was a pilot. There's more I'm cooking. The
yeah.
team is cooking for that spot and
Mhm.
other upcoming meets that we'll be a part of or
Mhm.
creating. So that was just a pilot to see how things went, and it went so well. And I would say like, just wait, there's more coming.
Yeah.
We're gonna set the bar even higher.
I thought it was great. I
Yeah,
mean, I didn't see any
that was
like
one
problem
cop
with it.
too. That was on one cop. By
Yeah.
the way, police sanctions are cheap, y'all. Let's be honest. It's $40 an hour if you
Okay.
do it ahead of time.
Well, I heard
Okay.
that.
That was gonna be my question for later on, but yeah,
No.
thank you for bringing that
Y'all
up.
heard
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's $40 an hour.
Plan ahead, and things won't be a problem.
Yeah. So Burning Night, you guys had your first meet. So what is Burning Night, man? Like, what is like? I, you've seen the cars. Your lineup that you guys had in the front of the
Mhm.
restaurant was
Mhm.
pretty impressive. You guys got like a nice combination of different things and
Yeah, it's a
different
small
types of
amount, small
styles.
fraction of us. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's not a anyone in the Jacks party scene. A lot of the cards look very similar from another team. We did come from spinoff from previously Risen at its peak last year. Um, you know, and we just decided to not let the momentum that we had die within the team and the culture, and make something new with due to visionary differences between the brain of the last team. So
Okay.
we're just a card team vibing. We ball and we have fun. That's all we do.
Yeah, we've hung
No,
out.
nothing serious.
We hung out with you guys, a small portion of your group.
Mm-hmm.
When we went out to go eat that one night, the taco truck.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, it's like a close group of friends, man. It's like, I mean,
That's all
what
it
more
is.
can you ask for? You know,
Our family, just look out for each other.
nice cars. You guys are close.
Good energy.
Yeah, the vibes are great.
Mhm.
Energy's great. You know,
The
but
boys is hilarious.
Oh yeah, we have bad sense of humor though.
I mean, it comes with the territory.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I enjoyed that little night. We got to
Appreciate
hang
it.
out and meet everybody. But kind of random question: who do you think got the hardest card in the group?
In the group, ah, I'd say it's Raph. My boy Raph.
Raph,
got the
big shout
hardest.
out Raph,
The
shout out
consistent
Raph.
builds going on, man. I like it. I love it.
We're supposed to have Raph here as well.
Mhm.
If you guys don't know Raph, he's via images on Instagram. He does the Bombers photos, Bombers videos. Big shout out to him, but we just had some technical difficulties where we couldn't get him connected. He does travel between here and was it Palm Coast?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach. Yeah, he
4 hours
travels.
away.
Yeah, and he makes it happen.
And he
man.
still comes up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he still has clients here because he
Yeah.
does a lot of shoots with clients that I've helped him with on, let's say, for social media creators
Right.
up here, and now he's working it down there. So he's
Nice.
doing his thing. He's
That
doing
is
his thing.
his via images on Instagram. We're gonna put his handle on the video.
Mhm.
Yeah. So moving forward, you know, obviously you guys have like let's just say, like a set group of y'all, like a family.
Mhm.
What happened? What's some stranger got to do to get in? What if some guy, he's like, oh, I like those guys, bro. They got cool cars.
Just pull up, man.
I really like it.
Just pull up, man.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, when we created this, we wanted this to be a community about like-minded people with our financial mistakes, which are cars, and we just want people to vibe, have fun. The team and organization is designed for people as an escape from all the other stuff you have to deal with in life. So what we try to do, we strive for, is to build an organization where people don't have to stress so much about anything. And yeah, there'll be some competition here and there, but in the end of the day, what we want to do is have the team, just come in, you pop in, say, hey, whatever. I want to hang out. I want to go eat. Let's go get some, Vagabond. Shout out to Vagabond, and have the KBBQ or Hot Pot, Top Pot over Orange Park. I see you, and just have fun. The whole thing is just to hang out and have fun and make memories with people, establish connections. That's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people are just, they hide behind the car, but there's more than to the person. There's more to the just scene than just the car.
Thanks.
Part of I think what's lost in this scene a bit, and what I've learned growing up, is that everyone's worried about what's their car is gonna do, but at the end of the day, if you don't have you don't have a car family to belong to, people that's got your back at 3 a.m. in the morning when your car is broke down, you can call them out and stuff like that.
Right.
Actual support system. Because the cars are unforgiving.
It's the people, bro. Like
Yeah.
the cars is just like
Yeah.
a entry point to where we can feel
It's
comfortable.
an icebreaker.
To talk to
It's
each
an icebreaker
other.
for friendships.
It's a conversation piece.
Yeah.
But then everything beyond that is the person themselves,
Yeah.
their personality, and who they are deep in the spirit.
Yeah.
So definitely fuck with that.
Would you say, like, if you've had to deal with people who are more like was it introverted to try to join a club, like how would you go about bringing someone who's got like a clean car, or something that wants to join the crew, but you realize like after hanging out with them that when they get around people they become like a not so social butterfly.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
like because there's people out there that are like that. It's like you got the car, you got the you got the vision, and it's like, now I want to join this club, but I'm kind of like an introverted guy. Like I guess it's kind of like a bad question because that would be more for him to
No,
break out of his shell type
it's
deal.
a good,
But
no, it's a good question because we actually have a couple of members like that, and even actively into our team right now, and previously I've dealt with, and more in a sense is like people, it's socially awkward to come to a group of people that you do not know, and try to say, hey, what's up? Yeah, I have a nice car, but they see that, but that's it. Nice car. They move on to their conversation. Their back's turned to you.
Mhm.
So it takes a lot for a person to come out of their shell and say, "Hey, I want to talk. I want to be friends."
Mhm.
So a lot of things that we do, we try to encourage in our team is like, if we have someone that's coming in that's either a prospect or just trying to hang out with us, because it doesn't, you don't have to be a part of our team to hang out with us. It's, we have roles in our organization where you don't have to be a team member. You just vibe with us, just hang out.
Yeah, like I said,
So
right?
we tier this out. We create a system where we can separate that. But in a lot of cases, we encourage that people just to speak out, reach out. Like if you see someone that's trying to be, you could tell they're being awkward.
Yeah.
And we have a couple members that are like that right now,
Right.
that are not in the team yet, and we just reach out to them and say, hey, what's up, man? What you up to? What's your name? Da da da. Like Zoe's the perfect person that was about that. He always broke the ice, so I learned that from him, and a lot of other like-minded people in my team are the same way. They're willing to talk to people that are trying their hardest to be social.
Right.
And the thing is like, alienating people, it's not a good thing. But, and no one's perfect. I'll say that, and some things are misunderstood. But I tell people like, just reach out, talk to those people. You never know. They could be a lifelong friend. It could be that person that saves you when you're just got in an accident.
Right.
Like you have no idea. Build connections. Just
I feel that, man, because it's a lot of people get out, just for their mental health, and their mental well-being, and maybe joining a club is exactly what you said. It could save you from things that you're dealing with. It can give you that bond of people that you're missing.
I mean, I say that from experience. Even when I
we've had history of that.
When I moved here, in 2020, and Chandler, shout out Chandler. Me and him go back from high school days.
I'm still faster than you, by the way.
That boy was like,
hey, bring that WX out. I got you, bro. I got an STI for you.
But yeah, me and him, we knew each other. So when I moved back, me and him kept in contact throughout the years. But he introduced me. He was like, hey, I'm with this club, KI, Kendrick Impulse, and my homeboy Zoe, da 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 da. And I was like, yeah, at the time I had just got my car, so I wasn't like really looking for anything. I'm like, my car's stock. I don't really care. I'll wait to try and join any clubs or anything. But even just meeting with Zoe, hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was just.
He never wrong though.
It was yeah. He's never wrong. But it was just good energy overall, to the point where it kind of makes you even be like, it helps you realize that it's not about the cars. It's not about just having XYZ amount of miles to your car. I mean, granted,
anyone can spend money on their car and have it, and technically call it a so-called build.
Yeah.
But part of the build is making memories with that person.
Exactly.
Making memories with the team. Like people just take their car, take it to the shop. Hey, I want this. That's it.
Yeah.
Come out. Hey guys, this is my car. But sometimes there's those late night shenanigans where you're stuck at 4 a.m. trying to get that bolt out. Yeah. Then unfortunately you had to take that whole subframe out, and you find out at the end you didn't have to. And then you got to do all that together.
That's one thing about KI in the beginning. That's exactly what they did for me, to where like that energy that group shared immediately radiated on me, because like with Rome and his Accord. Yeah, I wasn't even in a group for more than maybe like a month. I never met him prior to that.
Yeah.
But he was in the group chat like, hey, I need help doing the oil pan on my car. And I was like, okay, I worked at Honda.
Yeah, that's just like Renee. And that motorcycle we did, KI did a motorcycle for free for a random prospect. And we just said, we did it for the culture, say, F it. We'll get everyone together and say, hey, if you could pay for materials,
we got food and beers.
We'll swap it. We literally had a whole night just killing ourselves.
Just chilling it.
And you guys completed it the next day?
It was done that night.
Yeah, just needed like little.
Shout out to Phil. Props to you for getting that done.
Yeah.
So it was like,
that's dope, man. I don't think I've ever heard of people just getting together. I've heard of like friends coming.
People were coming and going.
Pipe, or like an exhaust, or like
big motor out. Bro, take accessory, put accessories on new motor, putting motor in. the whole day, and people throughout the team just kept coming in and out.
Bro, I was on the side
All
of the
it's like,
highway in Daytona,
he
swapping
came in
out
at 5
axles.
a.m. He came in at 5 a.m. out of nowhere. Hey, bro, what y'all doing? What are we doing, bro? We're
At 5
putting a
a.m.,
motor in the
bro.
car. Yeah,
I had just got off work.
I didn't even sleep that night.
I got off work at like 3, and then I saw everybody was in the group chat. I was like, bet, I'm going home, take a shower, hop in my car, swapped everything from my truck, and I was like, hey, what we doing?
Yeah, but that's something that's like not in the scene. That's
you don't really get that.
You don't get that much anymore. You know, that was to me, as a memory I'll never forget.
Yeah.
You know, it's a really good memory, and that's something that was very common in KI, OG KI back in the day.
Definitely.
And I feel like I believe the current KI now still has those ideals. Shout out to Brittany, shout out to Big John and Mark. You know, love y'all. And I mean, they're still holding it down. But at this point now, it's like this is something that now that there's a new team in town, it's Burning Night. The main thing we wanted to focus on is like, look, the car team is just another outlet just to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as like it's just a club. It's just a little hobby.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, we want to plan trips together. We want to go plan. Hey, let's go. You know, install this exhaust with this person together.
Yeah.
Rip someone's tint off or something like that. You know, just small little things here and there. And then obviously on top of that is, you know, as a team, we're an organization, and there is going to be some competitiveness to it. I mean, not gonna lie, we coming for the top. We ain't stopping either. You know, we just keep the momentum going. That's what we're gonna do. I will say this, and it's one thing that all of us in our team will say is consistency is key. So that's what we intend to do. Hopefully.
So,
We'll see.
So with all that being said, do you think like that dynamic of like helping each other and all that stuff, do you think that exists today in like today's society?
It still does. It's not as it's there, but it's behind a door.
Right.
And behind that door is you have to get to know the people
Yep.
that bring you in, because there are also all people that gatekeep that type of treatment to get past that part. So I would say it's who you know to get into those group of people that are those people that will help you take care. You know, just do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, so it's there. It's there. I mean, my team definitely still has it. For what I learned from, I try to teach, you know, the younger generation, because a lot of our team members are a lot younger than me. And I try to tell them, you know, treat us like a family, love one another, look out for each other. You know, it ain't about the clout. Make your own clout. You know, I'm gonna say that right now. Like, you know, don't chase clout. Yeah. Make your own. That's how the car scene was made. 100%.
I fuck with it. And that's just being good, genuine people.
No, and that's just chill and have fun. Yeah. It's literally just a bunch of friends. Car team is just a bunch of friends. Maybe we end up being a corporation. Maybe we end up being a big team. You know, things happen over time, but it's all about a bunch of people coming together to make something out of something, of nothing, in a sense.
I feel that, man, for real.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, big respect to you for that.
We gonna try.
And those visions, man, those ideas that you're holding, you know, your club to a standard like that. You know, it's like those, like you said, the younger ones in your club. You know, let's just say they move out of state, or you might get some that are in the military and get stationed somewhere else.
Yep,
you know,
we do.
Would they bring, you know, what you're instilling in them? They're gonna take that and they're gonna go to wherever their endeavors take them, and they're gonna look for that same dynamic that you instilled into them, into, you know,
or motivate the people they meet there
with Burning Night. You know,
it's just love, bro.
And I think that's a great leadership trait. You know, because a lot of sometimes I see a lot of these clubs, man. You know, they got like this one guy who's in charge, but then like everybody else kind of doing their own thing, and they just kind of like freestyle, and they're just like, oh, you want to do this? Yeah, sure. Is it a good idea to do this? Like, hey, do you think we should do this? Like, would this look bad on the club if we did this? Like, are we gonna shotgun a meet something just to say we did something, and it ended up being a bad meet? You know, it's stuff like that. But I think it's a good thing that you got. You know, I think it's a good thing in general what you got going on Burning Night, man. And I'm glad we're able to sit down and talk to you about it, because it's really opening a lot of eyes, you know, for future members, or even the members that are listening right now that you may have not even said anything you know, that they don't know about it. You know, like, damn, man, this, you know, Chris is really.
Oh no, they all know me. I'm very upfront. I'm direct. So what you see me is what you get. There's nothing else after that. You know, so I will touch on the, you know, leadership and all the stuff. So I mean, I may be seen as leader, and I may be part of the driving force of the creative director of this team, but our team has no leaders. So I will say that right now. Maybe I might be the closest one in it because I'm also funding the team. But everyone has, I want to empower and give everyone a voice and something to do. Because the problem is, like, when you make a team, and I've seen this plenty of times, you make a team, is in some cases, sometimes it's almost like a dictatorship because just because they own it, whatever they say goes.
Yeah.
And you got to be a bit open to some of the things. And I'll say that, previous teams we had.
You're like, you gotta. Not to cut you off, but
yeah, I know I see that.
Got some deep sighs going on over there. Do we gotta take a quick detour?
I've seen exactly what he's talking about, and it does mess up a lot of the momentum and the energy that you have within the group when you're building so well, especially if you have leaders, that may take a moment of absence, or they're trying to build, other relations somewhere else. And they're like, okay, well, I'll let my team leaders handle that because I've dealt with that. And then, they come back and we're like, hey, look at what we did. And we got this still going on. And they're like, well, that's cool and all. But since I'm here, we're going to go back to doing it my way. And it's like,
yeah, I've dealt with that a lot of times.
Like, let's come up with a way to try and work those things together, especially if you have, certain groups where you have a generational, age difference. Like if we're trying to bring in more people, of our generation, or well now the generation that's younger than us versus guys like 5-10 years their senior, and it's like, well, what works for y'all may not work for us, or what worked for us may not work for y'all. But we can come in and come up with a way to make all that work together. And then you got some leaders that's just like, nah, or you got some leaders or people within the leadership circle that even if the leader says it, maybe someone that like vice president or however people rank their people is like, no, I don't think we should do that. And it's kind of like, well, why? Like, if everyone else is in a big agreement to why we think this should work, why are you the one person that's like, nah, right. Or I'm acting leader since the other main OG or, person who runs this club isn't there, and I feel like you guys are doing too much, especially if that person don't come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, I just feel like there's certain ways to handle it, and I'm glad that me and you have been in these situations even together to where you've taken what you've learned and you're pushing it with the new team to where you're getting everybody a chance to, feel heard, feel respected, and at the same time, keep that balance of organization, but family, friend, respect. So
yeah, it's definitely respect. Another thing I want to add to that is that, and I think that happens within between other teams. Because I've seen a lot of previous teams that came around and went out, Boundless, aka one of those. There was one of them. And other teams that had issues in just in administration. Transparency is important.
Absolutely.
I will say right now, our team, everything's transparent. All the spending, everything that's funded, all money that goes into the team goes straight back into the team. And every plan is visible for every team member to see. Not an organizational member, team member of the team. So you can see where all the money goes, what we're spending, how much it costs. So you get the good idea. Because in a sense, it's kind of teaching other people. Because who knows, the next person could be the next Hoonigan and make their own team over the West Coast or the East Coast or something. You have no idea what the next person's going to do. Part of what we were talking about earlier on, you don't know who you're teaching. Right. In the card scene, you never know what they're going to take, what they learn from you, and take it even to the next level that you couldn't even imagine. Right. So I mean, we're completely transparent in our team on everything we do. Having leaders is not a bad thing. It's just keeping an open mind and acting upon it is the difference. You can hear people, but if you don't do nothing about it, then they're not going to speak up again. That's the problem. That's really the problem. The root of the problem.
Yeah. Once they start,
you can say you have an open mind, but if you don't do or show action, because people want to see action, and you don't do it, and you're like, well, why do I even speak my mind if you're not gonna, act upon it? In my team, we empower everyone. Just say, hey, speak up, bro. Like, instead of sis or bro, speak up. Like, what you want? Do you think this works out? Obviously, there's some people say dumb things in common sense, and we joke about it. But in the day, we're all trying to constructively figure something. We're figuring this out,
So your club being leaderless-ish.
In a sense,
in a sense, kind of way. Yeah. So, like, when you guys go to vote for what car shows you guys are gonna be like? Let's say out of town ones, right? You guys are gonna go travel out of town. What the closest one we got coming up is what, Destin?
Yeah. Destin. Yep, we'll be there. Burn and I will be there.
Let's just say, you know, you guys are getting ready, you're getting a head count and all that stuff.
Yep.
Is it like when you're like, hey, I found this Airbnb, everybody vote on it, say yeah? Or is it like you know, it's like kind of like a group aspect of like everybody just, you know, hey, I really like this one, but what if another other guy says, well, what if we could do this one? This would be better. You know, it's like
So on that note, so right now, like for us, we're gonna be going with Lit Logos, and we already have Airbnb already planned and set, and we will be attending Signing of Destin in a month or so for now. I myself included and a good amount of us. The whole thing, I think, for planning a like out of town meet, because I think that's a problem with a lot of people, because I've dealt with a lot of on and offs of out of state meets,
right.
or out of town meets in general, and it's just like organizing and getting people together to A, spend money, and B, and build a plan to where it will work out for everyone, and no one's getting screwed over and stuff. So like for us, we started as a conversation like, hey, there's this meet coming up here, let's do this. This is initially when we first kind of created the team, because we talked a lot of things out and hashed a lot of things out, what we felt worked in the last team we were in and what didn't. So now it's open conversation. We have a section specifically for out of town shows and meets and whatnot. And we say, hey, I tell everyone, if you see something, you feel like you want to go, put it out there and let people, maybe people will co-sign, hey, let's do something. And if more people talk, more people want to get encouraged and then, motivated. And then boom, we have, a whole mob coming out.
Right.
So that's how it should be. It should be natural. Shouldn't have to be forced and whatnot. And it's hard to do that because, communication is very key on that. So it starts the conversation, and then we decide to build around that. So, okay, how many people really want to go? Who's willing to pay ahead, because you can't really do, these big shows last minute. It's not possible. There's just too many moving parts, especially with your car being, up to shape, so especially if you're driving your show car there. So, I mean, we do that, and we secure the money, or the people pay the money. We try to find a transparent way for someone to either front it or book it, or something like that, and then everyone pay up. That's, if you're speaking up, pay up. It's as simple as that. You don't need to beat around the bush. If you can buy a $200 J's, you can buy a room in Gatlinburg or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm be honest.
Yeah.
So to pick up on what you said about what you found worked and didn't work from the last team, not putting any names out there, but what would you say was the biggest thing that didn't work for you and the others, and that's why you decided to move on?
I would say, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Let me filter out the ones that didn't work out so much. Like preparing for events,
so prep.
Or prep in general, or in the original current vision of what you wanted to execute, and it changes last minute, or changes midway, or if there's debate in between of how we should do things, and then in the end, it goes by off the person that supposedly holds the highest power.
Right.
So, I would say that was a big problem that we had. Our previous team, they had some stuff planned out. A lot of members didn't know in that previous team how things were ran. It was a group of us leaders in that team. The team has risen. It's not a secret. And a lot of the leaders in Risen were very active people that try to bring everyone together and, always mob out to everything we do hard. Because a lot of them, a good amount of the members in leadership were kind of, I would say in a sense, OGs. They've been around a couple of teams. They know the drill. They're not new. And if we have new leaders, we teach them the ways also. Pretty much the OG ways of how to run a car team or just be part of a car team.
Right.
And there was times where, we had the institutional leader of that team decide he wants to do things differently. But this is the same person that said they want us to run the team the way we should run it, as long as it withholds in the guidelines that he wanted originally.
Okay.
When you come in and take that power away from us and change it and tell someone, hey, I want to do something else and change it up, that drives a wedge between the leaders that are doing all this work for them. And then they got to scramble and make something happen out of nothing, which we did. We always did.
Right.
We won a lot of awards, 2023 Risen, we won a lot of awards, team awards and everything like that. We did great.
Did you guys win that Staker Beach thing? The beach one? Didn't you guys?
Summer Showcase? Yeah, we won that. We won best team in that. We came like 18 heavy on that one. And that wasn't even full power, full weight. And then we took Import Evo. Was it Import Evo or Tuner Evo? What was that?
Import Evolution.
Import Evolution.
The one here?
The one here in Jacksonville. We took like 6 awards and we were best team.
Yeah.
But a lot of that was a culmination of that leadership that drove that team, and a lot of, basically what we're kind of say Zoe energy, of OG energy of how to run a team, then bringing people together and treating people like family.
Facts.
Make them feel welcome to where people want to be a part of something.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely drove a lot of that hard there, and then we had some business endeavors that were successful, even rain or shine. And I mean, there's just a couple of things that were give and take. The give and take is probably the issue that we'd had in the past. That's probably the most, I think, prominent thing we had. And I'm pretty sure that we'll touch back on, why the split.
Yeah.
So many members from Risen to now Reverting Night.
I mean, we can chop it up now about it if you guys want to. And if
I'm not.
Then you feel comfortable talking about.
I'm open as hell, bro. You know that.
Okay.
You asked me a question, I answered. But you go ahead.
So yeah, if you guys didn't notice, the majority of the cards that you see now with Burning Night was with Risen. I don't, Autocast has no beef with any card club out here. We just want to talk about it and just kind of like want to get some clarity about like what happened. A lot of us are friends within like the car community, and everybody's like, "Oh, what happened? I thought I saw the yellow Porsche with the Risen banner on there. Now it's got a Burning Night banner, or I saw the yellow Type R with, I saw the orange 8.6 with the Risen. Now she's got a Burning Night on it. So it's like a lot of people are asking questions like, well, what happened? And I think a lot of things happen underneath, the radar, now that we got you here, and if you're willing, you can answer some kind of questions that people might have.
Yeah.
I
know. We get to ask that question a lot, and a lot of other businesses that I currently used to interface with did ask those questions, and I indulged with them on some of the details, pertinent details. Like, in the end of the day, no bad blood between any teams. Right. I'm not really one to really burn bridges like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that really, in a sense, like I said, you were asking about issues running a team previously. So a lot of that stuff was built up to a certain point within the team.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it somewhat snapped right before Winter Showcase.
Showcase got Staker.
The Staker Winter Showcase. Shout out to Staker.
Okay.
We just had, there was a message that was shared, and it was not shared without leadership. It was, I would say, it's prematurely done, but just the way that it was handled in the end of the day between the leader of that team of Risen and the group of people that did so much for that team,
mm-hmm.
And the way I felt the treatment that was done, it could have been just a phone call picked up, or it could have been an explanation. Hey, I'll explain later. Just, let's ease on it and we're focused on stuff. So it was a lot of moving pieces into that, which came to, for me, I will say 100%. And I've told everyone anyone that knows me, I'll do something until it's not fun anymore. If it's not fun anymore, I'll cut it right away. I don't play those games.
Right.
So, it just came to a point where a good amount of us decided to leave at that moment, and then leadership really practically fell at that moment.
Yeah.
No ill will or anything like that. The best way I could say is that leadership of the Risen, circa 2023, and the leader of Risen, the founder of Risen, had two visual differences on how they wanted to run the team. So, and once we found out his vision that was never shared with us in any way, and I think it was probably premature, there was a lot of things built up to it. So in a sense, I think it snapped. It snapped our kind of like our patience, I guess, in that sense. Stuff we've already dealt with in the previous with how we have to handle that organization while being owned by someone else. You know, in a sense, we're like leaders were just worker bees. We were just getting it done, making this team work, making it happen.
Was there any kind of like before you guys left? Was there any kind of like, man, I don't like, was it I don't want to leave, but I kind of want to fix things and mend things, or was it like, was there any kind of like trying to like let's fix this problem before we all decide to just jet?
Right.
Like, or was there any kind of like, hey man, let's chop it up, let's sit down, you and I, let's have this conversation. As a matter of fact, let's get you and then all your selected leaders, let's all sit down and we can have like a general, conversation about like what is going on, and then let's all get on the same page and let's get back to peak Risen. Let's get back to winning the award. Let's get back to having one of the hardest clubs in the scene.
Oh yeah, we were just getting started back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it like if there was no like differences, like visionary differences, like you said, like would Risen, would Burning Night exist, and would Risen still be going as it is right now?
I will say this: if we had if we actually held serious meetings, and addressed and talked about the issues that we're having within the team and things that we need to address and figure out and iron out, and not treating it like it's not a big deal, then yes, I would say Burning Night wouldn't exist. I probably most likely would be part of Risen. I just want to chill personally. You all know me. I just like to chill. I'm just, we all getting older here, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But we just trying to chill.
So that's basically what we could have fixed. It was just like let's have a sit down, let's talk about it.
I will say this, and a lot of other previously Risen leaders. I don't think there's any leadership in that team anymore. It's just him, Brandon, running it now at this point, and his girlfriend Alyssa. But a lot of leadership was constantly asking to have a meeting to talk about issues that we're having within the team and without interruption, because a lot of times if we did have the meeting, it gets stopped because someone had to leave, or they just didn't want to be a part of the thing, or they were just wasting their time or something like that. I'm not gonna go into specifics on that, but the leader meetings weren't taken seriously, and we were trying to say, hey, we want to fix something, we need to talk to you about it and see what you did, because at the end of the day, he owns the team, right?
Yeah.
We're just here doing it because we want to have fun, and we're part of the vibe. We're riding the wave,
Right.
We're doing good, and he was taking a step back completely from the team. So, and when we were trying to do things for the team, and then there's things that he runs he has other chapters that he runs in different states.
Right.
He's starting out. So we understood this. Hey, let us handle Risen Florida, the first chapter, and a lot of the other chapters looked towards us as mentorship to figure out how to run their team out of nowhere, out of thin air.
Yeah, you guys
in the state. Yeah. We built a formula, somewhat of a formula to figure out how to make this work. And unfortunately, we had our issues. Like every team has issues.
Right.
Now, every organization has issues. So we were trying to get them fixed. We were trying to get them addressed. We were trying to, mull things out and trying to see what his vision is versus what we're trying to do. Because in a sense, we all also have our vision too. Because we're investing time. We're doing this for free. So, if you're investing time, so you want some kind of stake in it to say, hey, we want to do this, and what do you think about this? So he just certain things that he didn't want to do that we wanted to do, or he'll just change things. And then we couldn't have serious meetings about that. And that's one of the biggest things I'll say was the biggest, I think, factors on that, because we could just talk it out without any interruptions or any I had to leave early type of situations. If we talked about it, I think things would have worked out better, because things would have been more translated better, because sometimes things are lost in translation and communication. And I'll say that. Right. So everyone in the team was at fault at that. I'll say that. I'm not perfect. He's not perfect.
Right.
And other leaders are not perfect. So I'll just put it in that aspect. So it was a culmination of things that built up. It got to that point where we all just snapped. And honestly, it was really something simple that made us snap. So how if you're like putting in a sense, if you feel like you're holding so much stuff in of issues that you're having, and then nothing's getting resolved.
Right.
And then right at that last moment, it's just that smallest little nudge makes you gloves are off. So, F it, that, that's pretty much what happened, And we had a remedial conversation after all that's happened because I'm a very decided person. If I say I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
But and a lot of other members felt the same way. We had a talk. I had a talk with Brandon one night, and we just had kind of like an exit interview, I would say. So what things, and I gave him some of my advice, those things that I think he should work on more.
Do you think he was very like receptive of it, or he was just kind of like,
the only way I will believe is if you show me. Don't tell me, prove it by action.
Right.
Because anyone can say anything, but doing something's different. So I think maybe I don't pay attention to anything they do, anything like that, because it's based off purely focus. Because me and our team are we're constantly cooking on what we're trying to do. We got some stuff that no other team has ever done before. That's coming up. Be stay tuned for that, and collaborations with other national teams that we got our eyes set on to organically grow this organization. So, I mean, we're thinking big picture, little picture at the same time, at our own pace. Because another thing I like to tell people is like, look, this car scene stuff is not that serious. Like your life comes first.
Right.
You have kids, you have issues with your own family, or your mom, dad, whatever, or your financial situation. Take care of that first. Like it's not. We don't, because that stuff pours into the team and it affects the team.
Right.
If you can't handle that stuff regular life right now, try to figure that out first. Try to help or ask for. The scene could help you. You can never know. Someone can give you a job. It's networking itself.
Right. Yeah.
You never know until you talk to people. So.
Yeah, man. I mean.
I don't mean to go too deep into this.
Oh no, bro! This is what we're here for, man. Like
just chilling, bro.
A lot of people just wanted to know like what's going on.
And people probably have been a part of other groups that experience the same stuff. Like exactly from what I said.
Everything's pretty much cookie cutter. I mean, everyone's dealing with the same type of stuff. Either participation in the team, or people wanting to do something different, or or just drama between someone dating this or someone dating someone who's in here or something like that. Like,
I mean,
I've seen so much different things. Like personally to me it's child's play, but because it's versus real life stuff, it's all team stuff.
We're just all here to have a good time, bro.
And at the end of the day, I just come in here to have fun. Like I'm not gonna pull up if I'm coming to deal with drama.
Right.
I don't have time for that.
Right.
Oh
yeah, man. But you pretty much cleared it all. I mean, I don't really have any more questions about the whole breakup thing. I thought you pretty much like cleared the air with that.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't like. Obviously, we're not gonna go in like super detail and stuff like that.
I won't go into detail because honestly, it's his business and our business, and it shouldn't be out in the scene because it doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
Gossip and none of that's really not gonna help the scene anymore. Anyway, I'd rather unify the scene than divide it.
Absolutely.
Personally.
Well, I will ask. Considering that, I guess you guys are like on mutual, terms right now. I mean, would we be expecting any collaborations between y'all in the future? I guess if y'all have like another sit down, or is there anything where y'all can probably, make something happen overall for the city? Give Jacksonville something big. Y'all are one of the big teams here, and then even when y'all were all under.
Oh, I didn't say we big team. We're a pretty small team, bro.
No, I'm saying like even when y'all was with
Risen out there.
Yeah, out there, like when y'all was with Risen, it was like. The name is out there, y'all meets and stuff were, big too. So, just to kind of, bring maybe that good energy can somehow reciprocate and come back to creating something bigger and better, granted now under two different, organizations.
Yeah. I think, that's a lot of things that was asked in our team, post Risen, because a lot of people that left Risen to came our team, it wasn't forced or anything that they wanted to do it on their own accord.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. It wasn't like, oh, you need to join us or something like that. No, it's like, look, I ain't gonna chase you. I ain't gonna say nothing. Like, if you want to be a part of us and follow what we're trying to build, come through. But if not, do what you do. Like, I'm still much love to everyone in Risen. I still have a good amount of friends in Risen. Still fuck with all y'all. There's no problem with that. I don't want. And I've already stressed this enough between the teams. I was like, I don't want any drama between the teams. I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate drama, period, in my team.
Right.
And they all know that. And we all know this. And we try to keep like-minded that. Because it's not necessary. We already have drama in our own life already.
Right.
So I will say that, we saved spots for Risen in our last meet. You know,
yeah,
we did. I mean,
did.
it's none but love. I mean, I had Bryson, I had Abdul, I had you know, I believe Robert came by too. You know, some other people. Like, we're not a. If Brandon wants to say, hey, I want to pull up. Cool, pull up. Like in the day for me, I could have an argument with you, and like the next day or a couple hours later, I'm chilling, having a drink with you. It's not that serious. Like at the end of the day, like let's say if I work together, let's say we work together,
right?
Like I can't just not talk to you or something like that, or act some type of way because at the end of the day, we're both here to get this money. So and we have to talk to each other. Then I'm gonna do what I have to do. You know, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say it.
Yeah,
and that's the way I feel like.
Still, just keep it cool.
You know, that's just me, and I guess being in order. I mean, if I was younger than me, the Duval probably would have came out. But you know, I think I matured a bit in the scene.
Yeah,
coming up, man. I think we all have. I mean, we see some shit. You
better
know,
ways to handle things. You know, and
we notice what didn't work, what worked. And it's like, damn, I don't know. We probably should have said something differently.
Right.
You know, so like, I mean, really, at the end of the day, I mean, Risen, if you want to pull up, man.
Risen, we'll see y'all on the 24th.
If y'all want to come, I mean, they're coming anyways. I mean, not in general as the leader of the team, because he's already said that he doesn't want to collaborate or be integrate with anything about it. Well, that's fine. You know, we're chilling and the door's open. You know, there's no animosity. You know, just don't come. As long as we keep everything cordial and we're cool. Like, I don't have no problem. You know, I'll say what's up to him all day. I don't care.
Do you think he feels some type of way?
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we kind of ripped off like 60% of the team from him like that, and that wasn't by design or anything like that. It just happened to happen. It
just so happened their vision.
The way that team was ran is like the people that left the team were the people that practically ran the team. So that's pretty much what happened. In hindsight, I mean, a lot of people were kind of following because they saw that everything was kind of taken care of and planned. And we just kind of fall asleep. Not everyone wants to lead, or not everyone wants to do stuff. They just want to pull up and have fun and do stuff.
Right.
And I want to do that too sometimes, maybe, you know? But at the end of the day, I mean, if he feels some type of way, then it's fine. You know, I feel no ill. I sleep like a baby at night. I ain't worried about it, you know? Yeah. But, I mean, it's up to them. It's really up to them. I mean, if Brandon Liston wants to squash whatever they have with Burning Knight, you know, door's always open. I'll say that straight to the camera. I have no problem. The team has no problem either. And I will not tolerate any type of people coming after you guys nor us. So, and I know there's no drama right now. I mean, there might be some little small girl drama, but that's not really pertaining to the team, to be honest. I mean, and I'm not going to bring that to,
Maybe we can get them on, get Brandon in, and then hopefully, let him.
Hey, I'm chilling, man. Like,
speak his piece, and maybe we can get both of y'all together.
And I've known Brandon before Risen. He was Risen.
Right.
I've known the guy. I've known him for quite a bit. So I have nothing against it. We just had different cultural differences, and in my head, like an adult, if I don't like something I don't want to do, I just move on.
Yeah.
I don't stay and just sit there and just deal with it. No, I'm not that type of person. I'm pretty decisive. So.
Okay. So would you say so speaking to the other club leaders out there, like what would you say, to in your opinion, like what would be best, for their club, like
best advice,
transparency, listen to your group members,
be open.
Yeah.
You take an open mind. It's not. At the end of the day, people only come when they want to be there. If it's not fun for them, they're not going to come out. That's simple as that. People only come out if they're trying to have fun. And that's the whole point of the whole situation of being part of a card team. I mean, you're investing time, your nightlife in some sense, just to hang out with these people that are not your family, actual immediate family. So you got to make it to where you got to build connections with these people. Just say what's up, just friendship, just pure friendship between each other.
Don't like you wouldn't take it like too serious. Like I'm the leader, I'm the boss.
So
what I say goes.
So that's the thing, and I think that goes with experience, how to handle stuff like that. And I think and I don't know how other leaders handle their teams and stuff like that. Try to be more compassionate towards your members. I will say that because in the sense, like if you come in with a power trip and say, hey, I want to do this and this is the end of it. maybe have an open conversation with the whole team that's willing to come out and have a open forum conversation. Say, hey, this is what I'm thinking right now. What should we do? What do you think we should do? Is there anything we can do different? Because not necessarily your idea might be the best. Maybe all of your ideas be the best at the same time. You can pick and pull from each and everything. So that's what I want. That's what I encourage in my team, and what they expect from me also. Because I tell them, hey, if I feel like I'm doing anything wrong, check me. Like check me, or check everyone in the team. Like one of our things in our Discord, before you enter, hit that check mark to enter the organizational team, is as be able to accept constructive criticism, because that's in a sense, no one's got your back if they ain't telling you straight up. Obviously some people deliver better than others, but be able to take the constructive criticism and just like, okay, what should I do better? Keep on in mind, and not everyone's personalities work out that way. I've understood that, so it's really just it goes circle back into like, let's say if someone want to join Birdie Night, just pull up, hang out with us, talk with us. We're really just chilling. A bunch of people just wasting money on fucking cars. And end of the day, like, that's all we're doing, and eating out every night.
These are not doing drugs.
No, yeah, we don't.
Maybe.
No, okay. Well, we don't need to say anything.
I ain't calling anybody out.
I mean, what you call yourself? I don't know what I mean. Shit.
Plants are not drugs.
Says the Jamaican here.
We don't bring that on here.
It's okay.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah,
don't do drugs.
I mean,
this is a sober.
But for other teams, I mean, like I said, we're open to collaborating with anyone. Just our IG birdnight.tm. You can send them a message DM there, or we have our website. I don't know if maybe people see it. It's actually pretty fire.
It's dope.
Look it up. Look it up.
Check his website, bro.
Look at the website.
I'm gonna do that right now.
No other team has a website. No other team has a website like us. I'll tell you that right now. Shout out to Dev, great web designer.
Yeah, he did his thing with that, man.
Yeah. That's just the beginning, because we have a whole e-commerce section that's already built up. That it's not.
I've seen some sneak peeks. But...
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
As well as
BurningNight.net. Yeah, we have the domain and all that stuff.
I feel like that's also really dope. That's a real dope concept, especially when you're trying to make it more business oriented.
Come on, Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, it's kind of video heavy, so if you have a slow internet, it may not.
In the meantime, while you do that, I'll mention, of course, you guys are hosting this Saturday.
Yes, we are.
So I want to announce, the other guys, gotta give everyone their flowers for the week.
Mm-hmm.
We have Above City Limits and 904 Camry also hosting on the 24th from 5 to 8.
BurningNight.net.
And then of course we have Burning Night back at Steak and Shake from 7 to 10.
Oh, here we go. Ain't gonna lie,
it is fire, ain't it? Yeah,
y'all check it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not complete. We haven't had all our members build out lists, because we're still trying to get pictures and put our whole build sheets in there. So you want to get to know the person and whatnot.
That's pretty fire.
Eventually we'll have merch and all that stuff. Not now. We're not in a rush.
Y'all have the links in the bio for people to.
Yeah, all their IGs and all that stuff.
We will link this in the bio.
Yeah, we'll post it today.
I mean, I'd say it's pretty bare, but the foundation that we built already on there, it's already fire. We based off of one of the JDM brand. It was like a JDM racing brand, Dogfight. Shout out, So, the design's very
culture.
Yes. Oh, we're about the culture always, man. Always about the culture, bro. That's the whole point. Wait until my EG Civic gets finished. Full Kanjo build. I mean, not many people seen it, but it's gutted inside out. It's a race car practically at this point.
I don't know. This guy's got like a roster of vehicles. It's crazy.
I have a good amount of cars. I'm downsizing though, so I'm downsizing. I didn't tell y'all yet, but no, I'm downsizing heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consolidated.
Yeah, it's just too much work to build so many cars in tandem.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and be like, I don't want to drive it. I don't want to drive it. Yeah.
No, deadass. I forget what cars I have.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I had that.
Yeah, I know.
I wish I had that problem.
You already know the Porsche just sits. It just sits there.
Porsche just sits, bro.
The bag Porsche.
Porsche just sits.
That's getting sold though, but
I get a phone call from this man like maybe once a month about a potential car that he's looking at, and it's just a potential car. And in less than 48 hours, it's like
it goes from
so I got this car, and I'm just like, you got like 7 others you're still trying to work with. What are you doing?
I think I'm a good solid 6 cars now. I used to be 9. It used to be at 9 cars, but now I'm at like 6 cars now.
I just made it to 3, bro, and I feel like
I'm gaining. I want to get down to 3 now.
I'm about to go down. I got 3, and I'm getting rid of 1.
You want to buy a car?
You might have me at that.
You're not about to get me in trouble.
Oh, sorry, Tia.
You might got me at the Porsche.
Huh?
You might have me at the Porsche.
Oh, you let me know, buddy.
You
but before I gut it,
we can talk. We can talk after this podcast.
Yeah, you can talk about it. Yeah, the Porsche's there.
So let me just mention off these last 2. So Friday we have Cars for Christ are doing Kung Fu Tea Meet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
7 to 10. And then of course Seraphic is hosting Friday.
Okay.
Z.
Okay.
Dropped the flyer.
Well, he's on a boat.
I know he's on a boat, but dropped the flyer.
Oh man.
He had a whole week beforehand. You know, swimming with the fishes.
That boy, he was excited about going on a boat, man. He couldn't even think of anything else.
Well, you just want to fish, right?
Man, I don't know what he's got on.
It's like Carnival Cruise or something like that.
Oh, hell. Okay, yeah. He ain't worried about nothing, man. Like, if you go on a cruise, like I tell you now, if you go on a cruise, you put your phone away.
It's raining out here, and that man on a water slide.
All you do is you eat, handle business with your girl, and then go eat some more.
When you come back, we need that flyer, my boy.
Drink and get drunk.
If you ain't been on a cruise, man, food is free.
Yeah. Well, you already paid for it.
Well, yeah,
you already paid for it. You already paid for it.
Drink tickets. Make sure.
Yeah. That's about it. Everything else is just,
bro. Put your phone away. Don't even look at your phone. You only have internet anyways, unless you want to pay for that. But like disconnect, man. It's the best ever. I'm 100% with that. I will say, Burning Night is now willing to. We're opening the floodgates for recruitment. We've finally built the foundation we wanted to have for the team to support more members. And so, if you're interested, Burning Night .tm is our IG, and or just DM anyone that you know that's in Burning Night, or me.
We'll make sure we'll drop everything.
Yeah, just drop all the information.
So with that being said, well, I look forward to seeing more Burning Night cars, man.
Absolutely.
Maybe one day I can join the club.
Maybe pull up, bro.
If I don't get my banner,
Z,
bro,
you hear this?
Hey, I can give a banner right. I can give a banner in like a day. I'll hit a buddy and say, "Hey, get this man a banner."
This man's a car show.
Man.
You know, hey,
Chris for president for real.
I mean, hey, I'm competitive as hell. So
I'm making sure like that.
I love Chris everybody, but I am competitive as hell. No,
Chris for
nah, I wasn't even born in this country, bro. I'm born in the Philippines, bro. I don't know if I can do that.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Shout out to the gang.
Yeah. Panoy ako, yeah.
Hey, so with the meet announcements, we got that stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah. Before we go too deep, I do want to give a shout out to Above City Limits for their meet on Friday at Sonic. It was actually nice. I did get there a little late, but I was able to go up there and check it out. Still a bunch of cars there. Food and stuff, service was great. I was not able to go to Limitless last night due to the weather.
Man, the weather sucked though.
Man,
but
shout out to them for keeping.
Yeah, shout out to them for being like rain or shine, bitch, we in here, because I saw videos and it was people out there.
I would reschedule that shit.
I hate rain, so you ain't gonna see me.
I can't afford to get sick, bro. So I just
I got sick not too long ago, so
I was like, I don't know, but shout out to everybody this weekend. And everybody that went to Limitless and Elusive's meet, because
y'all are troopers for that.
Yeah, y'all are troopers, son.
Yeah.
When you get old, your white blood cells and everything don't be fighting like they should.
You get technical.
So I mean, AutoCast is gonna try to make it out. We can't make it to every meet. Either you'll see me or Jay, or we'll be there together. We'll try to make it out to every meet. We're not promising anything. I know some of the smaller clubs would like to get their meat, checked out.
I know a lot of people
like
watch us to try to see if we're going to review their meat. And as much as I would love to be able to go to every single meat to be able to give everybody an open window, we're just two guys.
Yeah.
Unless people want to record and send us video.
Any of the small teams want to wants to be featured in our monthly meet. Steak and Shake Short Corporate sponsoring Burning Night. They pay for the police sanctions and everything, and they are. If you want to be, if you can't host a meet or anything like that, join our meet. We'll make a spot for you. And it's all about the community. It's not about just Burning Night. It's about the whole Jack's car scene, and that's what our team is about, bringing everyone together. So if you want to feature up in our meet this Saturday, my brain's dying.
Let the people know.
How DM us. Yeah. I mean, this meet's bigger. We got more space.
Yeah,
we got another cop too.
How great everything was last time, and what it meant for the business.
And Steak and Shake will make sure they're fully staffed.
Oh yeah.
Your milkshakes will come out quick. They guarantee that. Corporate might be there again.
Little to no wait time.
Yeah. This is a kind of a test pilot for their company for Steak and Shake. That store was actually failing, and they were asking for help for someone in the car scene to make a team, just to host a meet. And I came in and we planned together. They helped with the lighting and got approvals and stuff. And now it's a monthly thing.
Damn. So they were failing.
That's a fail. They had okay. So let me put it this way: that meet right there, and my vendors that were there, Steak and Shake made more money than they ever had in that location since pre-COVID. That was like 2-3 years ago.
Almost full.
There's still 3 hours. They made a crap ton of money.
Shit.
One of my vendors' logos sold a lot of their merch. Boys, you want to pull up? You'll sell merch. I'm telling you right now. People are coming and eating and chilling and buying stuff. So right now, all the vendors that I have on, I haven't unveiled the other set of vendors that are going to be on this Saturday. It's free to be in. If you want to pull up, sell your merch and stuff like that, hit us up, burningnight.tm on IG, and then we'll get shit wrapped.
Yeah. Jay and I will be there. Now we got the video, put the faces to the podcast. If you see us out there and you guys want to chop it up about something, or you guys got any ideas for us to talk about, or any if any of you car club leaders that want to talk about a few things that we've mentioned in the podcast before, or even just get a sit down and talk about your club or something like that. Jay and I are always open to more ideas and criticism. If it's things you think we could do better, just let us know. But again, I don't have anything else to talk about.
I think we covered everything.
We covered everything. Big shout out to Chris, man, for coming through.
Shout out to Chris.
Making time in your schedule, making time in your day. I know today's Sunday. Today's the Lord's Day. You guys want
Yeah, I'm in trouble already.
Stay in trouble.
I got a voicemail. I already see it. So I know I'm in trouble.
We're sorry. We're so sorry.
We cover a lot of topics here that everybody was
no, it's good. I mean, it's all love. I mean,
But yeah,
y'all the homies.
The sacrifices we make here in the car community.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, all the stuff I be doing.
Yeah. It's everything that happens.
I do whatever.
They don't know.
They know I can get. Y'all hear the voice of you can when I'm on speaker. I go. What?
I can imagine Chris at home just like dressed up in like some old medieval like war suit with the shining knights, and he got a giant shield,
black jacket on.
Let me paint the picture.
Build a moat around a tree.
Let me paint the picture. I am a girl dad. I am the only male in my family.
Oh yeah, you are.
I got my girl and my 2 daughters, and they run the show. I'm the only guy there.
I mean, that's kind of
unless I get a boy later on, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm outnumbered, so I go home to battle and out to battle.
Not only does this guy run a successful car club, but he's also a family man. All right. So big shout out to him and all the time and effort he puts into his club. The knowledge and the energy he pours into his members. It's really hard to find another guy like him. So Burning Night, they're open for business.
Yeah,
hit them up.
You want to be a part of it? Let us know.
So yeah, that concludes our podcast, man. We really appreciate you for coming on and telling us
appreciate it.
All the little things that everybody was wondering, and maybe next week we'll get Brandon on here, maybe, And
If he's
still love
available,
you, Brandon.
if he's available,
we could chop it up with him and maybe get his side of the story, and maybe we can, make some clear some things up, make some light of things. Um, but yeah, so please like and subscribe. Follow us on IG at AutoCast904. You could follow these guys on IG. We're gonna put them on our page, and we're gonna put the link in the bio for their website. Um, Please let us know in the comment section what you think of the podcast. Please let us know if there's anything we could have done better, or could have said better, or could have not said, or whatnot. We're open to the comments. So
we just want to make it clear that we're not Jerry Springer or World Star, or any of those types of.
We should get y'all sponsored. We should get y'all sponsored.
I appreciate it.
All business gotta move. You gotta capitalize, man.
See, this is what we gotta talk about. Cut the cameras.